But before I get into that, I want to let you guys know that I did reach 800 followers last week. I wanted to put out a celebratory post for that. I did make a small post for that. But I haven't really acknowledged it on a big scale. And so I'm really excited, you guys, to reach 800 followers in less than 5 months. And I'm really looking forward to growing my following and keep putting out these positive and inspirational and insightful messages for everyone, because I know we all can use these kind of things on a daily basis, especially me. So that's what I wanted to say about that. But for my unveiling the spirit post, what I want to unveil the spirit about today is people who put other people in places in their hearts and minds where only God should be. I hear a lot of people talk about it, and even if they don't talk about it, you still see it. People using their children, their spouses, their jobs, their relationships around them, sometimes even their relationship with their parents to define who they are. And I know that as people, we kind of need those things. We do need things to define us because we don't know who we are outside of God. We need to be told who we are. And so when we don't have a connection to God and our understanding of who we are based on what He says, who is the person that created us or the being that created us, we tend to gravitate towards those things around us. Again, our kids, our jobs, our spouses, our parents, and other relationships, when those relationships were never meant to define us. And when we put people in those places in our heart and mind where only God should be, they usually bring unnecessary stress and pressure and problems to the relationship that doesn't necessarily need to be there, because we are trying to make people be things for us that they were never meant to be. And so we have to be very careful about doing that. A lot of times we do that and we don't realize that we're doing that. But one major sign that you are doing that is when you start having problems with those people in those relationships and you see how much it affects you. And when I say affect you, I mean like you get depressed, you start crying, you break down, you lose your sense of who you are and your direction in life and things like that. There is no relationship that we should have on earth that should have that type of effect on us. And it is a sign that you have too much stock in that relationship and not enough stock in God. Now, granted, people do have a place in our lives, and it's nothing wrong with leaning on those that you could trust for love and support and things like that. But that is very different from using that relationship to define you, to give you purpose and meaning in life. God is the only person that can give us purpose and meaning in life. And when we have those things defined strictly in God, even when we have problems in our relationships and they start going through changes like our relationships do, we can stay grounded, and we might be hurt or sad, but it doesn't affect us as nearly as much as when we have put too much of ourselves into a relationship that was never meant to be there. So you guys, that's what I wanted to unveil the spirit about today. So if you're having some relationship issues and you're struggling because you're having problem with your kids or your spouse or your partner or your boss at work or anything like that, and it's really affecting you on a very deep level to the point where it's causing you not to function to your best level, then that's a sign that you have too much stock in that. You have that thing is defining you too much, and you need to go to God in prayer and ask Him to help you to shift your focus back to Him so that you can stay stern, that He can be your rock in those times where the relationships undergoes those type of changes. And so that's what I wanted to unveil the spirit about. I hope you guys got something out of that. If you have any questions or comments that you want to submit to me, and I can make a video post about those questions as well, please feel free to do that on my page or on my website, or any social media platform that you follow. And so with that in mind, one thing that I also wanted to add is that, if you guys know, a few weeks ago, I talked about merging 2 podcasts that I was doing, and what I'm going to be doing, as a result of that merging, is airing some of the shows that I did not air on those other platforms separately. So you guys will be seeing some of those shows, those replays on Wednesday nights at 7, and you can tune in for that to get a little bit more insight into relationship and life issues. So thank you so much. You guys have a good day, and I'll see you Saturday at 12 p.m. for a very I'm looking forward to this show, for a very inspirational and informative show about marriage. So see you guys then. Don't put people in places where only God belongs. And that's it. You guys have a good day. Bye.